Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode. I'm going to be continuing on working with my save file. Today we are doing the Crick Cabana, which is right next to the one I did yesterday in Willow Creek. I wanted to keep similar vibes to the original house, kind of like how I did it not yesterday, in the last video, and I just I wanted to keep it very similar, and you'll see now I have gotten better at roofing and somewhat figured out how to do the fancy roof that I struggled with last time. So, yippee. Um, and I wanted it to be similar shape, and I was like dead set on keeping it under $20,000 this time because last time I failed to do so. Um, and I wanted it to be just like exactly like the other house, like the 2 bedroom thing, 1 bathroom, and then like the kitchen area. Um, Ends up not having as much space as the other place because I don't remember the exact layout as the first one. I'll be completely honest. Uh, but I did think it was a good improvement. Like the inside looked much better, in my opinion, than it originally did. So yeah. And look, my little windows fit perfectly this time, so that's a plus. Um and I keep fidgeting with that roof, like how long the sides of the roof are. That's a constant theme throughout this, but I did the same black color as I did last time because I don't know, I feel like that's the best like roofing color. And I went pink originally on the outside because I thought it was cute. Um and I put it on a foundation because I wanted a little porch thing in the front. And I chose like what are those posts called? Poles? What are they called? Supports, whatever they're called. Um and a lattice like foundation pattern, I guess. And I was gonna have the stairs on the side, but then they looked weird with the poles, so I moved them to the middle. And yeah, they looked better there. And I ended up picking like a simplistic, like just white fence for the porch. And yeah, and then I was looking at the wood, and I was gonna try to do a darker wood at some point. Uh, but I wanted to put like a wider door, like white door, just so it would be nice and matchy with the post and gate. But I wanted to do like a darker wood on the floor, but then it didn't look so good. So I started like looking at like lighter woods as well. Because I don't know, the dark woods looked weird to me. Um, but yeah, I ended up carrying that wood throughout the house, and for some reason I laid out this bed and only this bed. So yeah. Um, yeah. And then I built the child's bedroom, and I placed down where I wanted the bathroom to be. And then I realized that leaves like barely, barely any space for the kitchen. So I end up changing that in a second. Because it was only like 3 tiles wide, and I didn't even think that you could like be able to maneuver around it like that. So I end up scooting everything back in a sec after I put some doors down. Yeah. Let's see. And I only could scoot it back by one, but I thought it like did some change at least just to give the kitchen area a little more space. That way you can get like there easier and have like more seating area in a way. I start off in the whatchamacallit? Ding dong. Come back, brain. Child's bedroom. Yep. I wanted to have that sunflower bed in the adult's bedroom, but then because of that, I changed like the outside to yellow. I don't know why that made me change it to yellow, but it did. But I wanted to have like a nice yellow wall to go with the sunflower bed, and I love that sunflower bed so much because I love the painting sunflowers. It's so pretty. And I like the sunflower bed, but I don't get to use it in the end because it's expensive. And that made me sad. But anyway, uh, the kids' bedroom, I wanted it to be like somewhat dinosaur themed. Why? Because I like dinosaurs, and so now this fictional kid will like dinosaurs. Yeah. So they get dinosaurs, and I end up just picking like the stripy rug for the adult bedroom because it had like the colors that tied in the wood and the like comforter. And I went to go put some decorations in the child's room. It's got a dinosaur painting. That was cool. And then I also picked out the Triceratops like stuffed animal thingy. Yeah. I also wanted to put an activity table and the toy box in there, which I did. And I was going to put that other dinosaur in there, but then I remembered that it's literally just a decoration and the children can't interact with it at all. I wanted to put a little calendar over there because I thought that looked cute. And I wanted a few posters to go on the wall as well, but I put that little dinosaur painting because I thought he was adorable. And I was going to try to put the little Triceratops thing, but with how small the room was, it was really awkward and I couldn't see that angle that much. So I just ended up putting like posters like the dinosaurs reading books one and the It Takes Two poster because I love that game. I don't own it personally, but I've watched a lot of people play it, and it's got an amazing storyline. Not gonna lie. And then I went and picked out some side tables in the bedroom, and was gonna put the sunflowers on them, but I didn't because I was like, maybe that's a bit too sunflowery. So I just put like that little plant on there and a little lamp thingy. And this is when I realized I have not put any windows on the house at all, anywhere. Because that's just my brain process apparently, but it's whatever. um I wanted to put a window there, but like that too wide window was too big to put in that area, so I just ended up putting like a smaller, just single wide window right there into the kids room. I then went to go pick out curtains, and I couldn't find any curtains that fit them and looked good because it was like the tall, whatchamacallit, windows. So I end up going with those like that one that sways to the side and green, and I thought it looked really pretty, so I did that. And I was gonna try that bump out window, but then it looked weird, so I just ended up putting whatchamacallit, a regular old window. And I was going to use those curtains, but then they kind of looked way too fancy for that. And then I started off using those in yellow. But I don't know. I kind of felt like that was too much of that bright yellow color in there. I even tried shutters, but they looked weird too. And so I was like, oh, maybe yellow. And then I decided to change it to green. because I thought the green looked better in there too, and it also helped tie in the lamp that I had in there. And I added this cute little dresser, so shout out to the dresser. Very nice. Love you. Was gonna put a full length mirror, but once again, I forgot to put move objects on because I'm dumb. So yeah, good job. Um, I decided to find something to go over the what you might call it. And I end up going with Old Faithful butterfly picture because you can never go wrong with the butterfly picture, in my opinion. It fits with any setting. I also end up placing one of those little bookshelves because I wanted some like skill building items in here, so I put some bookshelves and I put that cute little plant in the plant in the corner. Um, and I end up trying to put a painting on that wall. I picked that painting and it looks really cool in my opinion. Um, I also started on the bathroom, putting the plumbing in, stuff like that. I added a little mat to the floor so your floor won't get wet. And I added like the toilet paper and towel. Um, towel, and I added like that little yellow flower painting over the toilet. Um, and I also added a mirror over the sink and a robe, as well as a little hand towel. Uh, just so, dry their hands, even though it's not a mechanic, I wanted it. Then I start laying out the kitchen. Um, I end up going with like super cheap appliances and then the cheapest like thing, but I ended up putting the counters there because I did not like how the regular cabinets like looked. So I just ended up placing the sink there and adding a few bar stools to the other side just so they would have some seating. Um, I added some upper cabinets that I thought looked nice just because why not? I outplaced them to be the height that I wanted them, so yeah, for funsies. And I put them up there. I even added like a dish one over the oven, because why not? I also added like what are those things called? The oven overhanging thingamabob. Whatever. Um, and I kept looking through the house, and this was the first time I decided to sell the bed, but then I was like, no, I'll stick with the bed. But I don't. And I put the little sunflowers in there because I said, at least if I don't have the bed, then maybe I can at least have the sunflowers from the painting, just to give me some happiness. Um, so yeah, sunflowers are there. I also was looking around for just something else to add to that little area right there. I ended up looking through everything and just putting one of the regular old little utensil holder thingamabob and some salt and pepper on there. Just cause. And I was gonna put like a curtain back there, but then I didn't because it looked weird and I did not like it because it looked like it was just phasing through the cabinet. And then I decided to put some paintings on the other wall just to like add something to that hallway so it's not so like depressing in a way. And then I realized how expensive those paintings were and how that little sunflower one looked really weird, like and strangely small in that area, so I just deleted it. And I even tried like that newspaper one and the vintage map. And then I realized how expensive those paintings were. So I went with like these cheaper paintings. And then I realized I had no windows. like, at all, on that side of the house. So I end up adding all of the curtains to there just to, let them have curtains. I end up replacing, whatchamacallit, that longer painting with the little sunflower one, I'm pretty sure. Because I was like, I can use the little sunflower one now when it looks right. And this is where I go through the house again, just making sure there's like nothing else I could have put in there. I realized I didn't put tile in the bathroom, so I did that. I ended up changing the bathroom like color from orange to like this white, more whitish one, which did make me sad because I wanted a colorful one, but the colorful ones from base game look weird. I'll be completely honest. And this is where I finally changed out the bed because I realized how expensive it was. It made me sad, but I had to do it. Yeah. And then I was looking outside, seeing what else I could do. I decided to add some windows to the front just so the porch had a little something. And I was gonna add some window boxes too, but they didn't fit, and that made me really sad. Because I love me a good window box. And since I can have my window boxes, I decided I was gonna put a chair up at the front. I'll place it into that corner right there. As well as I wanted a few like potted plants on the front of the house. So I ended up choosing that dude and a little snake plant to put up there. Yeah. And then I wanted to do some like landscaping and find out like a little walkway pattern just to see how it would look. I added some lights by the door just so you could have a little light on the porch at night if you wanted to, for funsies. I also added a welcome mat. I did it in green because I thought, why not? Color. Uh, I also put like a little small tree in the front, and I added those daisies that I used last time around the tree because I have now become obsessed with the daisies. And I love the daisies. And I also added some terrain paint to like make the daisies and the tree like I guess fit in more in a way. And I also decided to do some terrain paint around the house because to just make it look like a little more like, I guess, like it's been there longer in a way. And I think it looks nice. I end up widening it out a bit on the side just to make it look better. I also ended up putting like 2 little flower bushes in the front, and I thought they were cute, and then doing the terrain paint for them. Yeah. And then I do little circles to see what else I need to do, and then I just end up, saving the game and deciding to try to see if there were like any low laying flowers or grass or something that I wanted to put under those flowers. But I didn't because it looked a little weird. And then I realized that the roof was a little messed up because of the way I drug it out, so I fixed that. And then I end up saving the lot, and this lot will be uploaded on my gallery. And yeah, I hope y'all have an amazing day. And thank you all for tuning into this video. Bye bye.